Welcome everybody to the main event. This is number 167, Prompting the Right Music. I actually prefer to give it a different name. The amazing Mazor and Mozer Magical Music Show.
Love it.
I will give you a copy of that.
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Oh, that's the best.
Complete with band uniforms. I've been really happy about the fact that we could bring the three of us together to be talking about music. We'll take our turns going through things, and then before we do that, I like to go through the news. So let me do that briefly. There are several things that I put here. Let's see. Aminus Volunas has built an automated video editing system. His comment about my posting this is that there are a number of possible uses for this. What he's done is, let's say you take and you have 4 cameras set up at a music event. And so all 4 of them are running, photographing the same thing from different angles. So then what happens is you take those and put those videos into the app, and it will automatically make a music video out of it. I've got a couple of things of Ross Simon's here. One is exploring with GPT-2, push the limits of the program, and what he's doing is creating multiple shot batches. And that's rather interesting. And the other thing that he did was getting character consistency with GPT Image 2. So both of these have to do with working with ChatGPT's Image 2 capabilities. Eugenio Fierro has posted Higgsfield prompt to gaming. That was just news yesterday, I guess. Tiano Zhu, our Anthropic launches its most powerful AI model, but can it build a 3D model from an image? And he's working with Claude for architecture, Luma, and also seeing what could be done, bringing things into trying to build a 3D model in Blender. Batsi Manzonga. This is just really fun. I mean, this is not necessarily AI, but it's certainly worth looking at. He's talking about this is why we say it's difficult for AI to be as creative as humans. Who'd ever think of stuff like this? And wonderful, wonderful thing that he's doing. Chris Finetti, Midjourney reference guide for blurs, and he names the different blurs, shows you images of that. The thing that I'm really pleased about seeing is Adobe had their conference in New York last week. In fact, my daughter-in-law, who's an art director for Armani, attended this. But this is Adobe's promo showing what they're working on to try to get these things happening within their programs, and they are fantastic when this happens. So that is the news. So we've got a good quorum. There's a good reason why we have a good quorum. That's because everybody's really excited to see Harriet and Lori, or as I like to call them, Mazor and Mozer. Let's start, Harriet, taking a look at videos, and you can talk about the music and your creating of those things.
Yeah, let's start with the 3 geese, because I think that's how it really started.
3 geese, 3 geese. My God, I got a funny feeling. All these different creatures coming up to meet ya. I look out my window and I see 3 geese and they're looking right at me. So I go outside and I ask, hey, what's your name? They just look at me strange, so I ask, you here to steal my keys? But they say, we don't speak Portuguese. We just 3 geese looking for inner peace. Ooh, we don't speak Portuguese. Oh, no, we don't speak Portuguese. So don't speak Portuguese. Oh, no, we don't speak Portuguese. 3 geese are following me down the street. I got them all up in my business. Thinking about calling the police. Three geese, look at them running down the street. They don't even got feet. Three geese. Oh my God, I got a funny feeling. All these different creatures coming up to meet ya. I look out my window and I see three geese and they're looking right at me. So I go outside and I ask, hey, what's your name? They just look at me strange. So I ask, you here to steal my cheese? But they say we don't speak Portuguese. We just three geese looking for inner peace. We don't speak Portuguese. Oh no, we don't speak Portuguese. Portuguese. Oh no.
I think probably most of you have already seen it, but this was actually one of my most important pieces. That's why I put it on for today's program again, because that kicked a lot of. I'm not sure if Linda's here, because she really pushed me, and Vesica also, to publish it on Spotify and Apple. So that was my first music piece that I actually published on these channels. So it was a big thing for me. I haven't monetized anything yet, but and this was so much fun to make. It all started with a silly joke from my husband, who said, "You know what language geese speak in Brazil? Portuguese." And he nearly fell over laughing, and that just triggered, because I just love wordplays, and that's how it all started, with the three geese. Yeah. And as most of you know, those who know me, I just love animals. Originally, I'm a vet assistant, so that's why you see a lot of animals in my animations. Yeah.
Well, I forgot to mention, this is the 1 year anniversary since you were on with us originally. And,
exactly.
So much has happened in that year. This video was really inspired a lot of people that want you to do more, and I'm just delighted that you've been doing it. You certainly have a certain type of music you like to do, but all of them include Harriet Mozer sense of humor. And I think I've told you this before, but anytime that you post anything, my wife has to look at it at least twice. She just is another Harriet Mozer fan. Let me share my screen, and let's look at the next one. What would you like?
Well, Stephanie is also a big deal. That's the one, yeah.
She lived Berlin didn't leave her though. Now she's somewhere near Cologne. Stephanie, queen of Shrift codes and mid-journey. Stephanie, somewhere between Berlin and Cologne. Stephanie, a masterpiece in motion. She works with the young ones, shows them what's possible. Turns I don't get AI into something implausible. Part mentor, part artist, part prompt whisper, with a mid-journey board that looks like a fever dream, but better. Stephanie, queen of Shrift codes and mid-journey. Stephanie, somewhere between Berlin and Cologne. Stephanie, a masterpiece and a masterpiece.
So this is a lovely story behind it. I made this, for fun for a friend of mine, Stephanie Krill. She's in Germany and she lives somewhere near Cologne. I don't know exactly how it's called, but that's why that ended up in the lyrics. And she just saw another music piece of mine and she said, yeah, my birthday is coming up, hint, hint. So I thought, yeah. And I had so much fun creating it. I used one of her Sref codes. She shares a Sref code every Tuesday, and I mixed it with my own profile, and these lovely characters came out, and I just really like them. And this piece actually went viral on TikTok. I have like 1 million views there, and I went from a few hundred followers. I have around 12,000 now. And the French really like it. And I'm actually generating business out of it. People have taken an interest in who I am and what I do. And I have 3 new clients thanks to this post. And one of them is an event coming up in October in Berlin. Remember the lyrics, somewhere between Berlin and Cologne. And one of her sons lives in Berlin. And I asked her, Stephanie, this is the perfect opportunity. Let's go there together. So we will be at this event called Kandinsky in Berlin, myself and Stephanie, and we will present this song and the story behind it. So yeah, I think that's really cool.
I got a couple questions for you. First of all, you're working in Suno. Do you do the music before you do the characters, or what order do you do things?
Yeah, it's a good question, because I read somewhere that Kelly Bush, she does it exactly the other way around. I think she starts with the character and then makes the music, and I make the music and then I develop the characters and the visuals. Yeah.
Okay.
So I do it the other way.
And of course, you start with the idea before you go to the music. But when you are prompting this, how much are you giving Suno? What's your prompt like?
Since I don't play music, it's just I just dump in all the music styles I like, and I have something in my head. Sometimes I want something more bluesy or reggae, depending on the lyrics. So I have an idea, I write the lyrics with Claude or ChatGPT. Actually, ChatGPT is sometimes better than Claude at writing songs. And once I have this idea in the head, what kind of mood, then I prompt that into Suno. Like, I really like world music, so I often merge different styles. So I throw in a bit of reggae, a bit of house, a little bit of world music, a little bit of folk. And then see the magic happen. Yeah. And then once I have the mood of the song, I go back to the visuals. Yeah.
So the basic scenario is idea, write the lyrics with ChatGPT or Claude, and then get the music with Suno, and then do the video after you've gotten your images from Midjourney. I take it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's show another one and go from there.
Let's now go back, yeah.
So snug am I, snug as a bug in a rug, I feel it. If I breathe it, so snug as a bug in a rug, yeah. Snug as a bug in a rug, so still. In my thoughts waves all this gentle soft love. Snug as a bug in a rug, I chill. Snug as a bug in a rug, I chill. snug as a bug in a rug, I'll stay. Deep and easy, heartbeat thugging, whirlwind breezy, soft and snugging, bliss in my lungs, every breath I tug in. Snug as a bug in a rug, still loving. Am I not in the pocket? Deep voice in the socket, lay back, let me rock it. Close your eyes and use it. Snug as a bug in a rug.
Yeah, so this was one of Bloom's challenges. She has a lot of word plays, and I just love them. Snug as a bug. And I just had these cockroaches in mind. I spent a few years in Nigeria, Lagos. So yeah, the ponchos had to have an African pattern. I you know, all these visuals come up in my head. And yeah, I just, you know, the name Snug as a Bug, it just had to be a reggae blues kind of relaxed song. Yeah.
Sun's melting asphalt on a dead-end street. Ice cream truck broke down from the heat. Boss says smile while I mop the floor. Girl took my shades and walked out the door. I got the summertime blues again. Sweat on my collar, trouble on the wind, trouble on the wind. Radio lying, saying life is sweet, but the devil got sandals and he's dancing in the heat. Fan just spins like a bored politician. Mosquito choir on a midnight mission. Neighbor plays drums at 2:15. Dog drinks my beer, well somebody should. I got the summertime blues tonight. Cheap sunglasses and a neon light. Everybody's kissing under the moon. I'm eating gas station watermelon alone in my room. Well, the river runs low and the temp runs high. Everybody falls in love in July. I just fall behind on my rent again, trying to flirt with the bartender's twin. Ooh, summertime blues, sticky little heartbreak in my shoes. Life's so hard that it almost hurts. Life's one long barbecue, burning my shirt. But the groove is fine. Misery tastes better with a little lime. So crank that jukebox, light that fuse. We're all just sweating in the summertime blues.
Personally, I really like this one too. The style is very different, and you just get less likes if there's nothing dancing, but I really like the style. It's one of Sabina Podjet's lovely ref styles. It was just perfect for this song, I think. Yeah.
Eric, you had a comment or question?
Just a quick, awesome stuff, Harriet. I love it. Love it all.
Thank you.
Just a question. Do you ever use the simple setting on Suno where you just give it the lyrics and see what music it comes up with? because when you use the simple one, you don't put in any styles. It based on the lyric, it comes up with its own style. Do you ever try that before you
I
use your own advanced?
I haven't tried that. I have tried, not putting any lyrics and just see what happens. The Snug as a Bug was one of those. I put in the style, but just let it do the lyrics. But I haven't tried that, Eric, because usually I have something in my head, and yeah, I have tried the parameters weird and stick to the style, but usually it's not what I want.
I've
Okay,
tried
I got one more question before we turn it over to Lori, and that is,
Yeah.
explain to us how you get the dancers to be dancing in rhythm with the music.
Yeah, it's a trick I learned from Ross Simons, and because Claude and ChatGPT, they can't read audio, but Google Gemini can. So I download the audio file from Suno and upload it in Google Gemini and say, analyze this audio file and give me the BPM beats per minute for a dance song. And then I ask him to give me a prompt for Google Gemini 3.1. And Google Gemini 3.1 Lite is actually one of the best AI tools for dancing. Yeah, I tried Kling and others, but they're not good. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
as is evidenced by everybody's reactions here, if you're watching the comments, but wonderful
I'm just
stuff.
catching up. Yeah. Thank
Wonderful
you.
stuff. Lori, I'm going to turn the floor over to you, but before I do, because of the fact that there's been a number of people who have joined us since we originally started, I just want to share with everybody that we are watching the amazing Mazor and Mozer magical music show. Okay, Lori.
You're such a great matchmaker, Big Al. So thank you for bringing us together. I think this is such a excellent counterpoint to different ways of using the same tool. And I hate making videos. I've done a lot of experimentation and had fun with Midjourney, but I really love writing music. I've enjoyed writing music since I was a little kid, and I'm really a lyricist and a poet. And that's kind of my way into writing songs. So for me, I don't share a lot publicly because it is very much kind of like a process of self-enjoyment. Like, I enjoy making music. I enjoy listening to the music I've made, and I'm really less concerned about whether other people connect with it. Though maybe that would be a nice thing too. So Harriet, you're inspiring me maybe to get a little braver about sharing things. But this is my pet project that I do when I'm, in my apartment by myself.
Well, I'm fortunate to be one of the people that you do share your music with. So
thank you, and there are a few people who've been kind enough to be an audience. So I accidentally, while searching for something today, came to this journal entry that I wrote on May 10th, where I started by saying, songs are where you let the truth hide until you're brave enough to feel it. Friction is important to creation, but it's life's friction with each other, with nature, with the natural contradictions and complexities. But when it comes time to compost those experiences into art, we don't need friction with the materials of production. We don't need to fight with the pen to write or with the paper to receive. We need a frictionless state that lets us move from idea to artifact. I have a good friend, John, who often will talk to me for a long time about things, and ego dissolution is one of them. And John said, we need to remove the ego. And the ego, to me, is the critic, the resistance, the inhibitor. It's that voice in your head that says it's not good enough, not meaningful enough, not rich enough, not special enough, not researched enough, not articulated well enough. I'm trained as an architect, and I've really honed my ego quite well. And I've found that it gets in the way of my ability to produce art. So Suno for me has helped me remove the ego, to let go of defining myself by a talent that I've been born with, a set of skills I've acquired, or a degree I've earned, or a title I've been assigned, it was never mine to own. And I've written a lot about copyright, my feelings about copyright, and how I think that really it's about what we can create as a collective. How we monetize that, how we share contributions, I have absolutely no solution. But I am going to try and leverage it to the best of my abilities. So I went to Costa Rica a couple weeks ago with a poet technologist that you can follow on LinkedIn, Lauren Ducray. Lauren was hired by Google to develop the voice of Bard and then has gone on and she does a lot of speaking. But Lauren and I are very much in sync with one another in terms of our interest in both the craft of poetry and writing and our love of machines and what those things can create together and not seeing those as antitheses. And so this week I went, this time with a broken heart. Sometimes I've had a full heart. Sometimes I've had, a heart that's too big for the world. But this time it was one that needed healing. And so the lyrics that came out while I was sitting under this tree, which literally was just like big enough to hold me in the Samanea cloud forest, was a song that I called The Silent Ones. And I always start with lyrics, and sometimes they flow like this, literally just like exactly as the song is going to be. And sometimes it's like a little bit harder, but these just kind of float out onto the page. So this is my song for the silent ones, the ones who stopped mid-sentence. This is my call, cock-a-doodle-doo, awake morning has broken. There was a rooster that every 16 seconds would make his sound first thing in the morning and woke me up every day. And I also loved the fact that there was a rhythm to it, right? And there's a rhythm to nature. And if you listen, you can actually hear the patterns of sounds that animals and objects make. You are the ones who patiently listen when the world's too loud to hear. You are the ones who make your music when the wind breathes through your hair. I have enough song for two of us, for three and maybe, I said maybe four, but I think I changed it to maybe more later. I'm the weather always changing, turning summer into storm. This is my song for the silent ones, the ones who turned away. I will never know your story, but still I stay. Right? And I think I've just recently sat in on a talk given by one of my colleagues about communication styles and really understanding that silence means different things to different people in different contexts, right? For some people, it's a retreat and I'm overwhelmed. To other people, it's a please leave me alone, right? And you can't really read into it. So I'm going to say, I will never know, right? But I'm going to stay still in that silence. So that was the words. And, for me, usually it goes from words then into Suno. And I have voice memos. So voice memos are really the way that I capture any kind of musical ideas. Sometimes they're a melody, but more often than not lately, it's been the introduction to the song. I've been singing the way I want the song to start and kind of the background music, and then kind of letting the melody come out of that. So this is my voice memo. And I think what I love is 18 seconds, right? All I needed was 18 seconds of my own, really not even professional sounding voice. I think I recorded this one in the hotel room. And this is the first version of the song that I got. So this, it named it Rooster Djembe Morning. I literally put the lyrics in, but what I love is that you can give, if you bracket them, very specific kind of guided instructions within the lyrics now that it will sometimes pay attention to, right? Not always, but it's allowed me to kind of move forward and give clear specific directions for different parts of the song. So I could say refrain sung softly, a delicate invitation, refrain with more liveliness and vigor, sound of a rooster, right? And it's a bit of a crapshoot whether or not it pays attention or not, but sometimes it does, right? And so, a lot of this is just kind of playing around until you get something. And for me, it's when do I get something that sounds like how I felt, right? So I have an idea, I think similar to what Harriet said. I'll always come with an idea, but I don't always have an idea of what that melody sounds like. But when I hear the melody, I'm like, oh yeah, right? That sounds like it. And I think a lot of rhythm is embedded into lyrical ideas to begin with. So there probably are like limited numbers of variations that would come with that particular way of saying a phrase. I did put in a very detailed style prompt, and this is one I wrote. So this is what I was hearing: Costa Rican classical guitar mixed with ambient sounds of morning in the jungle, with nature holding the space, and crisp, clear female voice with warm undertones, joined by a chorus of fairies and cloud dancers, with sharp contrast between quiet and loud movements and a steady djembe heartbeat.
Before you play it, Lori, a question. I know you had trained the program with your voice. Are you using your voice when you are doing this, or is this just a random female voice?
No, I am no longer using my voice. When I trained with my voice, I actually trained in a different application, and which I have since abandoned. I don't love listening to my own voice, and actually it kind of like gets me more hung up than anything. So for now, I don't care that it's my voice, and I'm often not even writing for somebody who is in my range. So this is all a AI voice, and it's not trained on a persona. So this is like just what came out of the box. I didn't try and like give it a specific voice. I have done that before for characters, but this is general. And I am feeling like a lot of the songs that I've been doing lately come with a similar voice, and so there may be some machine learning behind the scenes that I'm not really knowing exists, right? But yeah, this is the first version of the song that came out, and as you can see, I ran it 29 times for myself, right, to think about what I wanted to do next. Let me see. Are you gonna play for me? You're not gonna play. Let me go back. All right, here we go.
This is my song for the silent ones, the ones who stopped mid-sentence. This is my call, cock-a-doodle-doo, awake morning has broken.
So I'm going to stop there on playing the Suno version, because this is not the version that I ended up with. And I think one of the things I want to share today is about process. And there are some times that I shoot it right out of Suno and I'm like, oh wow, that's perfect exactly as is, no more work needed. This was not one of those times. This song ran for almost 8 minutes. It kept looping. It was lovely, but I very much felt like this was a 3-minute song. And so I ran a number of iterations to try and get it to 3 minutes, with many failures. And I think when I finally got to 3 minutes and 21 seconds, I was like, okay, here's something that I can work with. So this version of the song, I'm just gonna play you the ending. Beginning is exactly the same. I did, like, I think just cropping, using the crop feature, right? Just cutting it down, so by the time I get to the end, and I love how the tempo slowed down here, right? I'm like, oh, that, like, that I want to keep. And I love this surprises that come. Right? And then I'm like, okay, yeah, like I'm done now. So that's when I make the decision to move into Audacity. And I will say there is a whole studio function here. You can split stems. So I do when I get to this point, I'm going right here, and I am usually getting stems and I'm breaking out lyrics and instruments. I don't usually go much deeper than that, but that gives me enough to be able to then kind of play in Audacity as a very, very kludgy mixer. And, you know, I'm not a sound engineer. I've used Logic Pro. Again, my goal is less friction, right? And so I don't try and do things that require me to like build new skills while I'm in the middle of the process. So for me, Audacity is easy. It works for me. And it allows me to start layering sounds together and then to start adding in other things. And so I have here, like, this is the AI vocal track. This is the AI instrumentation track. Those are straight out of Suno. I sat in the morning and like recorded a rooster sound. I'll solo that. I like had to isolate a lot of background noise and use some of the effect features in order to like regulate noise and try and get that rooster sound to be louder and fade in and fade out. And then I did the same thing, like every night it would rain. And so, you know, I have like one track that's Salmonea Rain. And again, I'll like go in and do a bit of sound engineering to like take out, you know, loud noises or things that like just feel disruptive. But I did want it to have a bit of that lo-fi sound to it, right? And then, you know, for me, the beautiful moment was I did bring my djembe. If you want to see how kind people are in an airport, I highly recommend you carry a drum in an international terminal. There was not a single person who was like, you can't take that with you. Every person like made some kind of comment about the drum, right? So people love music. And when I got there, I was like playing the drum in my room, but there was literally a drum on site. There was a hollowed out tree that had fallen down and it made for the perfect drum. There was like a whole bunch of ants on the drum and they made room for my hands, and I was able to slide my iPhone into the drum, into the tree, and like record the sounds. And so this is the drum, and this is me playing. I wanted it to have that kind of heartbeat sound, right? Kind of whoosh. And you remember there was a part of the song. So here, I did record all the way through. I played the whole song on the drum, like with my headphones in. But then when I got here with the song, I wanted it to be quiet, right? And I wanted this one part of the song to let you really hear the silence and you just hear the vocals, right? And so that was, again, another choice. And then I made it louder, right? So I let the volume rise as the song went across. And I think these are all the things that are the human decisions, right? That like you make a choice at this point about what's gonna get your idea across the best. So are you ready to hear the whole song? Yes?
Do me a favor,
I know you have 5 minutes and it's 3 minutes, so.
play the song again so that we can hear all this stuff together.
Play the whole thing. Yep. All right, so this is the whole thing from the very beginning.
This is my cock-a-doodle-doo awake morning has broken. You are the ones who patiently listen when the world's too loud to hear. You are for ones who make music when the wind breathes through your hair. I have enough song for two of us, for three, and maybe more. And the weather always changing, turning summer into storm. This is my song for the silent ones, the ones who turned away. I may never know your story, but still I stay. This is my song for the silent ones, the ones who stop.
I have had the pleasure of having Lori show me her songs before, and as you have just seen, when she plays them, she lives them. Lori, thank you so much. That's wonderful. And a lot of information about what can be done with the program.
Thank you.
So if you could stop your sharing, I will just open the floor for a couple minutes because we're approaching the hour length. We started 10 minutes late, and I still want to do some stuff myself, but anybody have some comments or questions for either Harriet or Lori? Okay, well, let me take over a little bit here. First of all, I do have a music background. I had 11 years of accordion lessons. I've earned my way through college playing in bands on weekends. I played vibraphone, recorders, and guitar. I was a choir director and cantor at church for 17 years. I have a lot of music background and a real appreciation of a variety of different types of music. I just want to talk briefly about some of the videos and also some other tracks. I'm going to, first of all, just give you a little bit of the Travel Bug Blues prompt. The prompt was a classic blues song with a comic twist called The Travel Bug Blues, about a global wanderer who just had to keep traveling to see what he can see. He likes exotic cuisine and trying something new, but he's not ready to taste Limburger stew. So that was contributions to the lyrics.
my shoes. I don't stay too long, that ain't my news. I chase new streets like a card sharp grin. If the road says stay, I just go again. I want the steam off a dumpling cart, the fire of spice on my tongue. Show me one more border, I ain't done. Travel bug, keep me moving on. Travel bug, till the day is gone. I want one more taste, one more place to know. Travel bug, let me go, let me go. I ate mango in a market hall by a river in June. I split hot soup with a stranger under a paper moon. I love strange food and a plate I can't name, but keep that Limburger stew. No thank, just the same. I want chili on my collar and sesame in the rain. If the next town calls my number, I'll answer again. Travel bug, keep me moving on. Travel bug, till the day is gone. I want one more taste, one more place to know. Travel bug, let me go, let me go.
I wanted to talk about how did we get the guitar to be playing the song. Well, we didn't. We faked it. The way that I got it to look like that was I went to Kling, and I gave it a picture like this of the guitar being played, and rather than, I knew that it couldn't play the song, sync to it. So what I did was I told it that I was playing a electric guitar playing a solo at 120 beats a second, and it was a blues song. So I had it I had it make its own music track to go along with this. It's actually syncing to this. By having that and selectively putting it into the video so that it looked like it was lining up with it. I mean, anybody who knows how to play guitar knows that a lot of those notes aren't being played on the lower strings, but it at least looked like it was in the rhythm. I want to talk a little bit about I Can Amuse Myself. I had written the lyrics for this one. I can have fun all by myself, it doesn't take much, making faces in the mirror, puddle stomping in the rain. I like to whistle a happy tune about such and such. I can act very silly as if I was insane. This was the video that I put together. And the main thing on this thing was I wanted the song to be kid-like. I wrote it so that it wasn't really symmetrical in terms of the verses and everything. So there's a difference in it. And it's like putting things together that a kid equates all these things equally. They're all things that they can do.
I can have fun all by myself. It doesn't take much. Making faces in the mirror, puddle stomping in the rain. pretend I'm a tightrope walker. I can make faces like a fish is kissing. I can be a very, very fast talker. Come try, see what you've been missing. I can amuse myself, I'll bet you can do the same. But I think it would be much more fun if together we played this game.
I can talk very, very fast. Look how fast I can talk. I'll bet you can't talk this fast. I can even spell very, very fast. C-A-T-D-O-G-F-I-S-H. Go ahead. See if you can talk as fast as me. Go ahead and try. Go ahead and try. Bet you can't.
That was that music video. Now the question is, how do you get the lip sync to whistle? And we found out that lip sync programs don't know anything about whistling. So what I did was I did some acting, and I provided Kling with this video. So they followed my movements, and that's how we got the kids to do things. One of the videos that people liked is the robot discovering spring. And there's two different pieces of music in there, and I'm just going to play a little bit of each of them. But the first song, Suno named Springtime Debugging, is a lighthearted, curious instrumental cue for animation. Glockenspiel and ukulele carries the main motif with a soft pizzicato string and warm bass underneath. Gentle hand percussion and brush snare keeps a playful sway. Arrangement leaves space for ambient bird chirps and park sounds, and occasional woodwind flourish that mirrors the robot's reactions, building slightly in the middle before returning to a simple childlike theme.
What is it about this season that draws humans here? Floral activity accelerating. Avian movement paired. Humans also traveling in pairs. New variable detected. Unclass.
I'm just going to take and go over what we did for the prompt for the dream sequence. I ran a variety of tunes. I guess it was 21 attempts at this, and one of the versions had this chorus. So I picked up the chorus from one called Pink Cloud Waltz. Pink cloud rising, round we go, turn me once and don't let go. And so I put those lyrics in for every version of the video. So then when they go into the dream sequence, that waltz is based on that.
Classified yet compelling. Proximity, unexpected, internal pressure rising, thermal levels elevated.
Pink cloud rising, round we go. Turn me once, then don't let go. Every stumble feels like flight. In your arms, the world's all light. Pink cloud rising, soft and slow. Up, 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 where troubles float. Count me in, 1, 2, 3, till the sky feels small to me.
Calculating. Calculating. Calculating.
Don't you know? We're Twitter-pated.
One of the things I want to mention is that certain types of music, certain types of instruments give you different kinds of emotions. Major chords are very positive, minor chords are sad and something that gives you a negative feeling. Discord is kind of jarring. This is a soundtrack from a TV pilot that I'm putting together. And this is about being alone. So a cello is great for that. There's one of the other videos I'm working on is one that I still keep promising that I will eventually produce, which is called The Legend of Lucky Briggs and the Shiloh Kid. And in this particular video, there is going to be a gunfight. And like you will see on television frequently, a single note, certain amount of discord, anticipation of what's going to happen, all can be done very, very simply, but it establishes a mood. So you get the idea of that. I want to play just one more thing, and this is from the same TV show that I'm working on. And this is the music. By the way, in this whole thing, music plays a very important part in it, establishing the mood in all the different scenes. But this particular track is for the finale. And this is a point where man in the story has decided that he's going to do something, and he's definitely going to go forward with it, and he's determined that it's going to happen. And so this is the music behind that, and what you'll hear is him thinking about it, him starting to work on it, and the further he goes, the closer he gets to accomplishing what he wants to accomplish, the music reflects that, and then at the end, that it holds a long note, and that is the moment that what he wanted to do actually happened. What I have also wanted to do is I'm sharing with you in the comments section, and it's also in the comments for today's event. This is a listing of different musical terms, and you can download it from there or from the event. And so you can go to that and you can see the various terms that are there. There's also a section about timing, which is something that I think can be very helpful. So I hope that this has been a helpful video for everybody. Obviously, not everybody was able to stay for the whole thing, which I understand completely since we've gone over the hour. It is being recorded, and we are going to post it on my YouTube channel as soon as I get through doing some editing. Any further comments or questions from anybody?
Well, I learned a lot. Thank you so much, Lori and Al. Whole lot of new ideas again.
Excellent session. Thank you, Harriet and Lori and Big Al, for everything you've shared. Big Al, I did have a question about the cinematic piece with the finale.
Yes.
Was that Suno? I put a comment that it's just totally amazing you get something so cinematic.
Yeah, actually it was done in Udio back a few months ago. But Udio is killing itself right now. Udio is going through a lengthy period of time where it is revising its platform and it's combining with some other company. You can't download any of the stuff that you've written from there, which is absolutely insane. Why would you write it and just leave it there? Suno is certainly the program of choice.
But Al, is that the free version?
No, I have the paid version. You can't download.
Because I know with Suno you can't download anything in the free version. Yeah.
Okay, well this was a paid version, and I have paid version in both programs. The dramatic thing with that music is really when I finally finish the video of this. It's a half-hour TV pilot is what I'm doing. You'll see how the music is such an important player in this whole half-hour show. And it also has a theme song, but I'm not getting into that yet either. I think the thing that we see today is that variety of ways of approaching the same program. You're getting different results from different people, partly because of personalities, partly because of their approach to it all. And I think that it shows you that you can do stuff in these programs. And tell it what you're trying to do, tell it about what it's being used for, give it a beat or speed that you want it to be done, or what style of music. All of this stuff is part and parcel of getting what you want out of the program. Any more comments? Well, thank you everybody for coming. I'm glad you were able to be here, and like I said, this is recorded, and I am going to edit out some of the pauses and stuff in the thing, and then make that available on my YouTube, and I will post about it being available on LinkedIn. I appreciate everybody coming today, especially Harriet and Lori. And I will send you the poster so that you can
please do. I love it.
Show it to your husband. Again, everybody, thank you very much. And next week we are going to have Eva Norte, the architect from London, joining us. That will be a really terrific session as well. She does fantastic stuff. In fact, my son Carl, who's also an architect in New York, is planning on joining us. It should be a wonderful event as well. We're actually booked up through July now, and I've been posting about the thing, so please take a look at some of my posts to see all the different programs that are coming up.